She helped unalive her own son, then forced her other kids to live with his decomposing body for a year while she moved out. Ever since the day that Brian Coulter and Gloria Williams started dating, Brian was extremely abusive to Gloria's kids. But Gloria did not care. She just stood around, watched, and let it happen. Brian was the most abusive to Gloria's 8-year-old son, Kendrick Lee. In November of 2020, Brian beat Kendrick so brutally that he ended up unaliving him. Then, Brian just threw a blanket over Kendrick's body and went about his day. When Gloria found out what Brian did to her son, she did not care. Brian, Gloria, and her 3 other sons lived in that apartment with Kendrick's body for months. Whenever the kids were misbehaving, Brian and Gloria would lock the kids in the room with their unalive brother as a form of punishment. At some point, Brian and Gloria got sick of raising the kids, so they moved to a new apartment, leaving their kids in the old apartment with no food, no water, no electricity, and Kendrick's body in the other room. A whole year goes by of the 3 boys fending for themselves in that apartment. That is when the oldest boy, who's only 15 mind you, calls 911. When police show up, they notice that the carpets are covered in feces and urine. There is a bug infestation, and they also see Kendrick's skeletal remains in the other room. Apparently, Brian and Gloria would stop by the apartment once a month to drop food off to the kids. During these visits, Brian would beat the kids even more as if they weren't going through enough. Brian was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and Gloria was sentenced to 50 years in prison with the possibility of parole in 25 years. Personally, I think Gloria also deserves life in prison, but what do you guys think of this case?